everybody, I'm Bob.
I'm JP.
So today we thought we'd do something, from our heritage. We're going to make hummus. I thought this would be good. Teach you how to make it at home. It really doesn't take a long time. Doesn't require pretty much any cooking at all. It actually requires no cooking at all, and requires only one ingredient you might have to hunt down, but a lot of stores carry it now. So that one ingredient is this. This is tahini, ground up sesame seeds in their own oil, basically. So it's really thick and you don't need a lot of it. You add it to taste, but without this you can't make hummus. And this is the thing that most people have trouble finding or getting to, so that they can make hummus, so they end up going and buying that junk that's in a $5 container.
It's basically peanut butter made from...
Oh, exactly. It's sesame butter.
Sesame seeds.
It's sesame butter.
Yeah, it's sesame butter.
All right. So here's a couple prices, just so it gives you an idea. So I am going to cheat today. I'm going to use chickpeas in a can. $1.79 for that can. I sometimes make them dry, maybe another episode. This entire massive thing, which will last you months, $7. Guys, just a single lemon. You need salt, and that's not a tough thing. Garlic, not this much. Okay, you don't need this much garlic. We're only going to probably use one clove. It helps to have something to separate with, a mesh to separate with, and a bowl to catch the liquid, because you actually want to keep the liquid that's in here. It's full of flavor. So a lot of people will dump the chickpeas out, they'll throw the liquid, and then they'll use water. And we're going to probably need water anyway, but this is good flavor. So this is all, and then for actual tools, we want to slice the garlic a little before we just throw it in a machine. I'm going to move that there, and we need this machine. So you really do want a food processor. I have made it without one, and it comes out a little chunkier and takes a lot of work. You could make it in a blender if you have a really good bar blender, but you can actually mash up the chickpeas and make it that way.
We when we make it at home, I think we always use a blender. We have a second blender that we mostly use for savory things like hummus. And by the way, you should know that we're going to make the recipe available in a link you'll find in the description of this video.
So just a quick chop of the garlic. Okay. Then we're going to separate our chickpeas. Okay. So keep the fluid. Chickpeas go in a machine.
That fluid is flavor.
Tons of it. So put that there. Salt, you're going to want about a tablespoon. Maybe a little more, but later. Don't put it in now. Okay. The lemon, roll it. If you roll it first, you'll break up a bunch of stuff on the inside. It'll juice a lot easier. This is also to taste. So if you're like, oh, I like lemon, but not too much, start with a half. You can always add. You can't take out, right? Yeah. Well, you could. You could just make a giant batch. Just keep adding chickpeas.
Yeah, I think a lot of hummus is to taste, and you'll notice that if you go to the supermarket, they also add different spices now. The way that Bob is showing it, he's showing how the hummus we grew up with. So this is basically what we're used to eating, although I think depending on who in the family that you talk to will have different amounts of garlic going in there. And I personally like a lot of garlic, but
I may end up adding a second clove.
It's your hummus. You make it the way you want it.
Keep in mind though, over time, if you let this sit in the fridge overnight, tomorrow the garlic will be multiplied by no less than a factor of 2. So start with 1, and if you're like, this isn't very garlicky, wait till the next morning.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Now the next thing is to add the tahini. So we're going to stir it, and you have to get to the bottom. We've done a really good job making sure we get to the bottom of this one, or else you get these hard clumps. Work them out. Don't let those live in the bottom.
Yeah, peanut butter does the same thing if it's natural peanut butter, because it hasn't had any kind of emulsifier added. So that's what you're looking at here. This thing is pieces of sesame seeds and sesame oil, and that's what it does. It separates. So it's your job to kind of make sure that you're getting a good mix.
Now personally, this is another to taste thing. I would start with a big spoon or a tablespoon, and then add a second one partway through. I like a lot of tahini, so I go straight for 2 right off the bat. I'm going to keep it there in case I want to hit it again. But definitely a to taste thing.
I think every part of this recipe is a to-taste thing, and that's one of the great things about hummus. You're making it the way you like it. So for the, I think for the consistency, for the salt, for the amount of tahini, and for the amount of, well, lemon and garlic. Those are all to-taste things.
This is the only thing you don't screw with is the chickpeas.
Right, so you need chickpeas.
So we're going to add, so I'm going to say that's about a half a cup of liquid. We're going to add about a quarter of a cup, just to get everything moving around in there. Some people will stop here and serve it chunky, which I have done. It's pretty good. If you whip this way too much, you will get a very light and airy hummus. So it's not dense, but it's airy, and it's not bad. All right, let's see.
Personally, I like it fairly smooth, although you've got some small chunks there, some remaining chunks, but other than that, a few chunks aren't bad. I mean, a few, I'd say, it doesn't have to be completely smooth. But again, that can vary depending on what you like, what you're used to.
All right, let's just take a quick taste for salt and lemon and everything.
I think it needs more lemon.
Okay.
I would say you actually don't need to put more salt.
Let's start with a half of a half.
But it needs to punch.
Okay. Start with the lemon. Go. Oh, look at that texture's coming in.
It's clean. But what did you think?
I thought it was pretty damn good. I might add a little lemon.
That's
I might
good.
not. It's good, right?
Yeah. I mean, I'm nutty about. I like tons of. I like it to basically be a garlic paste held together with chickpeas, and that's my preference. However, it really depends on what you're using it for as well. As a dip, maybe thicker is good. If you're putting it in like a shawarma sandwich, it's nice if it's.
Shawarma is a cooked beef or chicken or lamb that they usually cook on a spit, and they cut it off. That's real stuff. But you're done. I mean, this is hummus, and it's honest to God, this is a million times better than anything you get in the store. New spoon. I think it's perfect.
Looks good.
Okay.
So what do you do with that?
Eat it.
Yeah.
So actually, serving is important. When people get hummus and then eat it out of a container,
Probably move this.
you're missing something. And those of you who've been to my home to eat know that that's not how you serve it. So here's what you do: get it in a bowl. Okay, try not to waste any. I mean, make it look good. To pour over it olive oil. And don't be stingy. The idea is the whole top gets covered with olive oil. But you see, it's a pool of oil, and it's fine because it tastes good. So use decent. This is the same oil we used last time. It's the Portuguese olive oil. It's delicious. It's absolutely phenomenal. If you use anything too extra virgin or anything, you're going to get no flavor from it. And that's it. You can add this to the top of your salad. You add it to a sandwich. Just sit there and eat it with bread, crackers.
It's got protein.
Yeah, you take some Lebanese bread, throw it, the pita bread, put it in your oven just for a couple of minutes, make crackers out of it and eat it. And that's it. That's it. Super easy hummus. You really can be done in about 10 minutes, and there's not that many dishes to clean. Everyone, thanks for watching this episode. I hope you learned something. Leave a comment, and give us a like. If there's something you want to see different, hit us up.
Subscribe so you see our future videos.
And also hit the notification bell so you know when they come out. And we're going to do a short Lebanese series, and then we're going to do some bread and stuff. So, to your health, thanks for joining us, and remember, you can cook anything. Cheers.